Hello, this is Tanya, and I'm doing my Coherence Principle discussion. I basically teach career and technical education classes such as multimedia web page design, principles of business finance, and personal finance. And I also do the certification classes for Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Access. This semester, I'm actually doing a Principles of Business class. In that Principles of Business class, we have to go over the economic systems. So I found a PowerPoint that discusses that. Now, when you first pull up this slide, it's entitled Econ Systems by Guest 2D1642, and they uploaded February 7th, 2010. Kind of not happy about that because that was on my birthday. Anyway, the background that they chose is already distracting. So that was one of the things. You'll see critical questions is underlined. The words, and I don't know if this is the upload, but the words are kerned together, so they almost seem jumbled. But this isn't the worst, or this isn't the slide that I actually redid. As you progress through the presentation, you'll notice that the person changes the background. Again, not good backgrounds, especially not this one. But the slides that I chose to fix or change were in the traditional system. Not a consistent background. If you look at the top right hand corner, the graphic that they chose blends in with the words. The spacing of the words is not great. So the coherence principle that I'm discussing is avoiding extraneous graphics in e-learning. Pictures are supposed to help relay the message or retain the material, and I feel like between the background and the pictures that were chosen, this does not help the student understand what the traditional system is. In contrast, when I did my two slides, here is what I chose to do for the traditional system. Very simple. I put the definition, so I did keep the words because that is the true definition that we use most of the time in class about the traditional system, and then a simple, straightforward picture about traditional system. Next, the next slide that I fixed was when they talk about the different characteristics or three characteristics about a traditional economy. Again, the background changed, the words are jumbled together, they changed the color, and the picture is of a cow. Not really developing that there's no room for innovation, that it's traditional, that it's a close-knit community, family unit, low standard of living. This could be in the backyard of someone in North Carolina's yard at this time, so it doesn't really convey the traditional economy principle. In my slide, I did the traditional system. I gave the three characteristics, but then I gave pictures that were more in tune to what the three bullet points were talking about. You'll see that with the Amish, there is no room for innovation or change. They've been that way for several years. They tend to lack modern conveniences. If you look at the picture of the right of the TPs, close-knit communities would focus on the family units. Again, the TP picture, the picture of the couple on the left, also add to the material that's being presented. But just to go back through some of the other slides that are on here, too many words on this one, so I could have done about the extraneous words for this particular slide. The words are actually going into the graphics on this one. They did try to do something with market and specialization, but I think that should have been consistent throughout. This background seems to work other than the ones they were choosing in the other slides. They seem to tilt her between the same slides. This one is again something that deals with extraneous words. as you can see, I'm not very satisfied with this presentation at all. There could have been more than one slide that I've talked about, but I chose to do those two to satisfy the discussion.